Ryan Collender,
Yes,
how you doing?
doing well.
Thanks for coming out to talk with us about Wreckfest.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Dude, you must be going nuts right now. Is this a lot of work?
It's been a consistent effort, but there's been a lot of help from everyone who have asked to join on, from the venues to the artists to the food vendors. There's a lot of enthusiasm from the people who are going to be at it, so that's mitigated the workload a lot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's also something you actually want to do.
Big time.
It's not like drudgery.
Totally, yeah. It's a labor of love. It's exciting to see people come together and chatting about it.
Well, Russ is he's responsible, so he made notes.
I did make notes. So, Ryan, thanks for joining us. So tell us exactly what Wreckfest is.
So Wreckfest, this is the first year we're doing it, and it's a 2-day festival. It's at Ix Art Park, September 20th and 21st. All musicians from in and around the Charlottesville area. So we've got 17 different acts, from solo artists to full bands, electronic stuff. Just trying to represent what we've got going on here.
Awesome. How do I get tickets?
You can go online. We've got a website, www.wreckfestseville.com.
Cool.
And so you can have the lineup on there, and then there's a link to tickets. And,
We'll have links for all you real people.
So what else is going to be going on at the festival? Obviously, we got the music, local music scene. We're going to have drinks and food.
Yeah, so there'll be food and drinks. We have some food vendors. Chim has already signed on to be one of the food trucks there. Super excited for that. And then Ix is handling all beverage sales, so they'll be in charge of beer and liquor and sodas and all that.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds like it's going to be fun.
I was just talking with Matthew in there. It seems like Ix would be a good partner for this, if they know how to do this, and it'd be good to be working with them.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have them.
Yeah.
I think both as a town and specifically as a festival, Eva has been my point of contact there, and she's been really helpful. I mean, she's been responsive on the emails. I've had a few face-to-faces with her, and we really wouldn't be able to pull this off like in this incarnation as a first-time festival without the help they've given us.
And you say first time, we're gonna have this every year, right?
Maybe 2 times a year.
Hopefully.
Man. Well, let's get through the first one.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
So why did you want to put this festival together?
Man, here's why. Because I've been in this town since 2007, and I've been playing music in this town probably since about 2010, 2009, something like that. And this scene has done a lot for me, right? Disco Risque has been like super warmly received in this town. The first show we ever played was an opening set at Fridays After 5.
Nice.
We've had great shows at the Southern, at the Jefferson, Ting, I mean, anywhere you can name in town. And I just feel like in recent years, even though there's still all the same great acts, and I don't think anyone's working against each other, but there's not a lot of like, oh, look, we have all my buddies are on the same bill. And I wanted to see that. So,
and yet the community's here for it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like everybody plays in everybody's band. And
it felt like something that a lot of people would be excited to get behind. And so far that's proven correct. I mean, even the artists specifically, in reaching out to them, a lot of them were like, man, I love this idea. It's been a long time since we've seen this.
Yeah.
So that was really heartwarming because you never know.
First time we saw it, we're like, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to jump in.
Well, that's awesome. I hope everyone feels that way. But no, it really is. You never know how people are going to feel about something.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's a cool idea doesn't mean
Totally.
anything.
Yeah.
So
It's a pretty cool idea.
It was great to see people right from the get-go be like, oh, that's awesome. This was probably started first chatting about this in February.
Okay.
So probably had a lineup squared away by like March or April, and then it was kind of off to the races, just putting the rest of it together.
My next question was, when do you start wetting your pants because of how much there is to do? And I sense that you've got this kind of buttoned up, that you're in pretty good shape.
I am in good shape. I'm in good hands partly because of the artists have been helpful, the venue's been helpful, and then my drummer, Slim, Robert Prescott, and Disco Risque, he's been super helpful with me. I mean, he knows all about the tech and production stuff, so we've sat down a number of times and we've just checked the boxes that need to be checked. Mistakes are going to be made. We're going to be halfway through day one, and I'm going to be like, how did I not think of ice? Or I don't know what it's going to be. And so that's going to be a thing. But at the end of the day, like, we're just trying to be consistent. You know, this isn't taking up 8 hours a day every day, but it's taking a few hours every week of checking things off and moving towards it. And we're in a good space right
So
now.
how much is the whole band involved? Is this like band practice you're talking about?
No,
Breakfast, or-
not really. I mean, the whole band is very supportive, and they've helped when I've reached out to them. Most of the planning I've done, and then with the assistance of Slim, they're definitely all on board, though. You know, everyone's into it, and they've made themselves available for the festival for the full 2 days and everything. In a lot of ways, there's only so much space to like work right now, so there really isn't room for everyone to be in there full
Getting in each
blown the
other's
whole
way.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Especially since like we don't know exactly what this is yet, so there haven't been well-defined roles. So it's kind of like, all right, let's keep trudging through, and each door that leads onto something, let's keep going to the next one. So
It's a
Yeah.
bespoke product, right?
To-
It's handmade, man.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
making it.
you're not going to get this anywhere else.
That's for sure. So you talked a little bit about how you wanted to bring your friends together. So the bands that you picked, how did that come together? And then also, is there a band or two that you're super stoked about being part of the festival?
Absolutely. Yeah, there was definitely a little bias in picking the bands, if in no other way because they were just ones I knew, right? Like I said, I've been playing in town for a long time. I think I've played with pretty much every band on this bill at some point. You know, Disco Risque or CR from DR, or maybe I've sat in with them. So they're like, I had most of their numbers in my phone, right? It wasn't hard to get in touch with them. So that was the first step. There are a couple artists on there that, like Asterisk was someone I just met out, and I kind of talked about the festival, and I had a slot left. And I was like, you know what? You aren't doing anything else that I see on this lineup, which means you're going to bring people that I don't know, which is what I want.
Absolutely.
Then we'll cut this out, maybe, or maybe we won't. But is Asterix, is that a woman who plays with Theocles every once in a while?
Yes.
She did.
Yeah.
She came on stage with him
100%.
at Fridays After 5.
Absolutely.
Great voice.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like a really cool arty act.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
not going to
got
claim
that
to know a
from her.
lot about it, but in kind of looking at her online content, I was like, okay, this is interesting.
That
And
was
that's
the first time I saw her. I thought, wow, I'd
yeah,
love
she'll
to see
be
more.
she'll
Yeah.
be doing the late night, closing that out, and that's kind of the late night is definitely like, you know, what you'd expect. It's a little weirder. It's Ooga Booga, the metal band,
That's
and
gonna be fun
myself
for that.
and Slim are going to do a DJ set, and then Asterisk will close it out. So
Sweet.
I hope it's a little weird.
It sounds like a great party.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
As far as bands I'm particularly excited for, I am genuine saying I'm excited to have everyone on this lineup.
Yeah.
But I will go on record to say that I was particularly tickled to get the Curries.
Yeah. You said that the other night. You really loved them.
I really do love that band. They're really good guys,
Mhm.
and they were a last get as well. I had gone to see Theocles was. It's all circling drain here.
Right. Of
Theocles
course.
was opening for the Curries at the Southern, and Asterisk was running his merch table. So they were all there at the same time. And I kind of finalized all of them being at the festival in the same night. And the Curries, I wasn't even thinking about it, but here I was at their show, and I was like, well, why not just ask? And they're just great guys. Their harmonies are just perfect.
Crazy.
That's
It is a little crazy.
And also their set list. I mean, the encyclopedia of songs they must know just based on what we saw them do the other night here
Yeah.
at Dirty Nelly's was ridiculous.
They've got a deep catalog.
Yeah.
But you know, I am super excited for them, and just, you know, grateful that they'd say yes. But there's just so many kind of like people that I see as classic parts of the Charlottesville music scene. Lord Nelson has been around. I remember playing in a band, like practicing in a studio that doesn't exist anymore. Shout out Bay One Studios. And our bassist at the time was like, "Oh, I just got into Lord Nelson. I'd never heard of what this is, but the name sounds like royal and attention." I was like, "Oh, what is this Lord Nelson?" That he
And
got
Nelson
into?
County is, you know, kind of where it pours down out of.
Yeah, and so, you know, I've known about them forever. Dropping Julia, Emily Kresge and I are personal friends. We've worked together in restaurants, and I've recorded on her band's albums and stuff. You know,
She just released an album.
they put one out recently.
Yeah.
And you know, Chamomile Whiskey. Well, it's not the full band, but we're gonna have Coda and Marie are there.
Right,
So you know, these
right.
are just people that like I kind of grew up seeing in the scene as already kind of having it figured out, and
Okay.
it's cool that we're friends now, and you know.
Like I said, how we just circling the drain. Like we see that all the time in the Charlottesville music scene. Just like Lord Nelson and Ooga Booga had like they
Yeah.
crossover, and then Kai was just here at Dirty Nelly's a
Yeah.
few minutes ago. It's really really cool.
Yeah.
So what is the craziest thing that you want the audience to know about Wreckfest, or what's something that you want them to be really excited about as we get closer to the weekend in September?
I want them to be stoked to know that like this is coming right out of here.
Right.
That we didn't farm this out. That we didn't, you know, put a bunch of money up to get a headliner that was definitely going to sell a bunch of tickets. Like everyone on that lineup is on the lineup because they're from this town.
Right.
That was like the number one stipulation
Mhm.
for this festival. It's like you have to be a Charlottesville
Born and bred, baby.
musician. Even if you weren't born here, that's where your music's got to be
Yeah.
coming out of, right? And so I want people to be excited about that because, you know, I do think not to be kind of the guy starting to get over the hill, but like I think there is a sense that's kind of getting lost that like local music can be as good. You know, and you know, we're going up against Fish that weekend.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
going up against the Iron Blossom Festival
Mhm.
in Richmond that weekend, and it's going to be really cool to see people come out to our festival because they want to see us play.
Right.
You know, because those are names we can't honestly compete against, but that's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And this is going to be for the people that
This is for
are-
Charlottesville.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people here that are going to love it, and I really hope that some people take a risk and you know, even just see like, oh, I don't even know what's going on, but I
going.
see something's going on for 2 days, and it's a music
100%.
festival, and it's in my town, it's
Yeah.
in the backyard.
Tell everybody how affordable this is. It's ridiculous.
It's really really affordable. It's so for 2 days, single day passes are $20. If you want to get a 2-day pass, it's $35 plus service fees.
Have you ever told friends who go into business they should charge more for what they're doing?
The only time I've done that is when I see people shooting themselves in the foot. And you know, the point of this is certainly not for me to,
It's
to line
inclusive,
my
though.
pockets.
No,
you know,
it's
like
everybody can afford that.
yeah,
or,
it'd be
you know,
cool to
most
break
people.
even, but I really want. I don't want there to be a barrier to entry. Like
Yeah.
$20 in this day and age
That's so
is like
good,
you can
Mark.
accidentally lose that
Yeah.
at the
I
bar.
probably do
Real-
most of the time.
Yeah.
at the bar.
Almost every day.
Yeah.
And then there is a late night ticket that's just totally ticketed separately. You don't have to go to the festival, go to the late night. If you buy a ticket to the festival, you also need to get this late night ticket.
Okay.
It's $5. Right?
Right.
It's
That's
$5
$5 for the after hours.
For the after hour, 3 more artists, 4 more hours.
Isn't that
of
usually
music.
more expensive? The after hours, like
It's, I don't know,
bottle service?
maybe, but not
I
this
don't
time.
know.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the question that both of us had is like, what the hell took so long? You know, like why hasn't anybody else done this?
You know, I don't know, man. Why did it take me so long? I think like I think people are genuinely busy. You know,
Yeah,
life is not one dimensional.
True.
You know, I know everyone in my band, to myself included, we all have another job.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the people that are the music booking professionals are tied up with pre-existing events. You know, like got to remember, we can't assign things to malice that we can assign to ignorance, right? Like people didn't know they were missing this. I
Yeah.
didn't know I was missing.
Yeah, I
this.
didn't. I never thought about it.
Um,
We go to, you know, that's what we do. Is
Yeah.
go to shows.
Right.
And I never thought about this. Like we have kicked around the idea in Disco Risque a number of times. Why don't we throw a festival? You know, we've seen people do good work with this. Pigeons playing ping pong.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a meteoric rise in the music scene, and then Dome Fest became a very cool event.
Yeah.
And that's just one example. And I'm not saying this is going to turn into that, but it can be done that events like this. We used to play these events up in Pennsylvania called a Freestival. Happened 3 times a year. And they were totally DIY. People just going out into a field with some PAs on a stage. But they were pretty cool. And there were a lot of good bands at this. And I'd be lying if I don't kind of think about that setup sometimes when I'm going for this. It's like, hey,
Sure.
man, if someone else is doing it, we can do it.
So Ryan, thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking the time to talk to
Yeah,
us when you
thanks
got
for
so much
having me.
going on. We're all in. We're to our elbows
Yeah.
in this thing.
Well, we're excited to have you there
Yeah.
doing interviews with the
Yeah.
bands that want to come
Yeah.
through, and
We're gonna have the tent.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some ticket giveaways. So we're gonna buy some extra tickets and give them away on our Instagram
Thank you
or
so
one
much.
of our poorly run channels. But yeah, we're so pumped, and we just want to be part of it and do what we can do and help get people there.
man, we appreciate that
Yeah.
more than you know, man.
We appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, Ryan, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
Russ,
it. Looking forward
my
to
guy.
the